tell you right now, if there was one thing to really talk about from that game on Saturday night, like in terms of, all right, let's talk about how this impacts the Cardinals and big picture and what it means. Isaiah Simmons.
Terrible.
He struggled.
Yeah. No, he was struggles. The biggest takeaway. 25 times he was out there. 20 he was out there with the extra DB, the fifth defensive back. But you could just see him trailing the play. He didn't have the look as a secondary guy. You want to have the ability. Okay, you could stay with your guy for a certain amount of time, but you have to have that burst when that ball is in the air to be able to go make a play on the ball. He didn't have that. Mm-hmm. He didn't have the ability to make a play on the ball. He over pursued a few times. He didn't tackle very well. He just kind of looked lost. Just a really it's a big setback. It's a big setback for Isaiah Simmons. I mean, if you're Jonathan Gannon, you're looking at this guy, you're watching the tape, you're like, I don't know that I could put him out there. So that was a problem. He had the big penalty early, the unnecessary roughness, and but I think overall it was a terrible, terrible game for Isaiah.
He got beat on Patrick Mahomes' touchdown pass to Justin Watson. On the next series, he got beat again when he left Rashee Rice wide open, and Shane Buechele hit him for a 38-yard gain. That set up Kansas City's second touchdown. There was the penalty that you mentioned. Jonathan Gannon today, probably playing the role of the CEO a little bit today when asked about Isaiah Simmons. Gave a relatively short, non-committal answer in which he was probably being very polite.
Yeah, I think he feels comfortable with what he's doing. He's got some things he's got to clean up, but I like where he's going right now.
And that was it. Then he was asked later, did you feel like the penalty on Simmons, the unnecessary roughness, maybe caused him to play a little more tentatively the rest of the game?
No, I think that was bang, bang, and you got to coach your guys, if when this is about to happen, what you should try to do. Those full-speed plays like that, it's hard for a player to not get penalized at that point in time. I don't think that affected him moving forward. But we educated him today, all of them, not just Isaiah. Hey, when this happens, here's how you need to try to, hit the guy and what you need to do with your body as well. So he understands that.
Go ahead.
Send him to the freaking moon. Like that was a ridiculous play with Buechele. Like, drop him.
The one at the 2-yard line. Yeah.
Like it looked like, remember the play last year with Antonio Hamilton? Like, like you.
Olay. Like in the last second, he went, oh,
like,
okay,
it's embarrassing. I mean, it's embarrassing. I mean, he's a slow quarterback. You're a gifted athlete. You're coming across the field and you try to arm tackle him with your left arm and you let him, that was a very embarrassing play. Hit him. Mm-hmm. What are you trying to do with an arm tackle? So you over pursued it. I don't know how you don't line that up. It's not like he's going to cut back to the right. He's going to the corner of the end zone. Drill him. Drill his ass.
Yeah.
Like
Drill him.
Right. Send him into the freak. Send him into the stands.
Send him to the moon.
Like there's no way you don't take a shot right there. There's no way. It was a very embarrassing play for him.
Even David Wolf commented about that during the broadcast. Like, yeah, I'm really surprised they didn't hit him. Like just kind of let him go and let him score. Look, this is a big year for Isaiah. We know it. We all know it. It's a big year for him. He's the 8th pick overall in the NFL draft. Now we can talk about how he was used previously by coaches and whether he should have been picked as high as he was and but you're the 8th overall pick in the NFL draft. You've got some skills. You're flashing some stuff, right? Like you're supposed to belong in this league, and this is very much a desperation, last gasp. We're going to make him a safety, and we're going to keep him at safety, and and if it doesn't work, now, again, it's not Jonathan Gannon's fault in the sense that he's not the one who drafted him. It's not Monty Austinfort's fault. He's not the one who drafted him. If they have to move on from Isaiah Simmons, they will. It's not going to be a black mark on either one of their resumes. But when you're the 8th pick overall in the draft, I mean, there's got to be something more than this, right?
I mean, that one play with the receiver, I'm just going to run. I'm going to run straight at you. I'm going to fake. I'm going inside, and I'm going to cut it outside. And you're 10 yards with that. You're not within 10 yards of me. I mean, that's just basic stuff. That's basic stuff.
Yeah.
He was the lowest graded Cardinal player in this game.
Oh, was
the
he?
lowest graded?
I didn't see the grades. Are they?
He had a 26.2 grade.
Ugh.
I saw that on Johnny Venerable's account, so I'll give Johnny some credit.
Oh, from PHNX Sports.
Yeah,
okay.
Johnny does a good job. So 26.2 grade, the lowest graded player on the Cardinals. It was just embarrassing, the play. It was just like, okay, like, I think I'd like Gannon to have a little bit of honesty with me. You know, like, hey, listen, if he doesn't pick this up, he's not going to play on Sundays.
Yeah, I think I heard Wolf talking about this earlier, and I don't disagree. I think what we heard Jonathan Gannon say about Isaiah Simmons today is very much coach speak. Is very much, you know, okay, I'm going to say one thing behind a microphone. I would like to hope that behind the scenes, Jonathan Gannon lit into Isaiah Simmons. I would hope he wasn't this easy on him the way he was, because you know, you've been doing this a long time, so have I. A lot of coaches will, you know, they don't want to say anything bad into the media and the public and all that stuff, but behind the scenes there's some other stuff going on. I'd like to think that behind the scenes there was some other stuff going on with Isaiah Simmons, because that is just not. It's the kind of thing that, dude, this is why we didn't pick up your fifth-year option. This is why we're willing to take the chance.
Why'd they move him to safety? But why'd they move him to safety?
Because it was the one position he excelled at in college. It was the true position for him, right? Like the one that he played the best at when he was in Clemson. So let's put him in his comfort zone. Let's make him feel like, let's not ask him to do something that he's not capable of. Let's put him in a role that we know he succeeds at. If he's not going to succeed there, not only are the Cardinals not going to re-sign him, he might not find much of a marketplace next year at all.
Where do you play him? I mean, where do you play this guy? I mean, he's a physical specimen, right? I mean, he runs fast, he's big, he's strong, but he just gets lost out there, just lost on basic coverage plays. Basic coverage plays. You shouldn't be burned that badly on these plays. Like, ugh. It was ugly. It was really ugly.
It was ugly, and this is why, and not that one preseason game makes me right, because it doesn't. But last week, you and I had a conversation about, I can't remember what website it was now, but it was Pro Football Focus. That's who it was. And they were making their 3 bold predictions for each team for the upcoming season. And their bold prediction was that, 1, Isaiah Simmons was going to work out really well as a safety, and that Zaven Collins was not going to work out very well as an edge rusher. And I thought they had it backwards.
Right.
I really did. I thought they had it reversed. I'm like, nope. I actually think Zaven Collins could work out as an edge rusher. And I just don't have any faith that Isaiah Simmons is going to work out as a safety, because it's been 3 years in the league, and he hasn't done hardly a thing to justify being a top 10 pick in this draft.
Imagine if both of those guys end up being busts. God.
I know.
It's so hard to back-to-back linebackers.
Back-to-back.
I mean,
inside linebackers, guys that were drafted to be interior linebackers, and they both bust out in a bad way. Yeah, it's not Monty Ossenfort's pick. I didn't draft him.
Isaiah Simmons will get a 1-year deal with somebody next year at very low money if he doesn't play well this year, just for somebody to say, let's take a chance on him. Maybe I could fix him. This guy was a top pick in a draft, a top pick in a first round of a draft. Like, somebody's going to try to figure out how to get more out of him.